Welcome back to the Torch and Key Apothecary. So we're doing this in the normal style for this video just because I'm not at home and I don't have the little phone arm to show you the shuffling of the cards and the pulling them. But regardless, there are a lot of strong messages to be had today. We're doing this in our usual daily spread. So because this is a general reading, take what resonates for you. This could be signs, it could be symbols, it could be a story that is naturally playing out in your head as we go through these, because again, your brain will tell you a story based on what your intuition and what your nervous system, what your experiences have been. Take that and trust that it has messages for you. Of course, if this doesn't resonate, leave space for the trust that it will, or that some things will apply. And if it doesn't, that's okay. Leave it for somebody else. As always, I encourage you to like, comment, share, anything that will push this video out to more people who need to see it. So let's get started here. And this is a doozy of a reading. I've got to tell you that right now. Not in the, oh my God, your whole life is going to change on this day because of this reading. Again, we don't do that. But the themes are coming in pretty strong. For those of you who follow astrology, I'm not an expert on it, but you're going to feel the Mercury retrogrades coming in. And that's not a fear tactic. But that is to say that things are going to come up that need to be healed or re-examined. Those RE prefixes are going to become loud as we approach the beginning of Mercury retrograde. And I say that because I personally always feel that around this time. That's re-examining, relaxing, reimagining, rethinking the RE prefixes, redoing. So it's going to, even though Mercury going backwards is just, a trick of the eye from where we are, symbolically it is having us re-examine something or redo something. Usually it's something that we have been putting off. So let's get to the reading here and let's see if this makes some sense for you. Because our energy starts with the Hanged Man. Now, this is all about pause. This is all about pause and, again, reflecting. Because this Hanged Man in the tree, they aren't there, what am I trying to say? They are there because they want to be there. They put themselves there to see something from a different angle or in a different perspective. Now, for us, this might feel at first like it is a forced pause. It will feel, for some of us, like things have just been stopped all of a sudden. But that is the universe, that is our guides, and our, I don't want to say highest selves, our greatest selves, we'll say, asking us to re-examine something. Now, we're showing up in this as the Five of Swords. And with the fives, it's all about a challenge. It's all about a test. Now, the fives are temporary setbacks. The key word being temporary. They are easy to overcome if you have learned how. This is asking us, have you learned the skills to overcome this minor setback? Now, because the swords and the bells, they're all about the mental, they are all about thoughts, communication. I feel like things are going to feel very loud. There's going to be a lot of white noise, and you're going to feel like you need to walk away from something. So something might be happening in your life where it feels too loud, and you might be coming into this hangman energy of your own free will, saying, hey, I need to just step back and re-examine something. I need to just reflect outside of all the noise. And I think it's also asking us too, can you be in the noise and still be still? Can you see the thing that is underneath all of this? So I don't know how that's going to resonate for some of you, but it feels pretty specific. And there is a lot of white noise to be had as we go through life right now. But I think that there is, I don't want to say a silver lining, but I think there's an opportunity that we are missing because we are so up here in our heads about it. We're letting this disappointment be very loud. But that is, I think this disappointment is redirecting us somewhere. And we wouldn't have seen this opportunity had we not been redirected. But let's get into the rest of the reading and see if this makes sense. Because the energy of the day itself is this 10 of Pentacles. Now, the Pentacles are all about the physical world. They are all about health, wealth, abundance, physical resources at your disposal. And the 10s are all about a finished cycle, something coming to a close. So in this case, I think it's telling us that not necessarily something is over, but a cycle has completed itself. I think we have amassed all of the knowledge that we can where we are. And there's some safety in this. I will say, because the 10 of Pentacles speaks of generational wealth, there is a lot of safety. You have a solid ground under your feet right now. You have support from people of maybe different ages or generations behind you. But under that is this Fool energy, which is the beginning of a cycle, is the leap of faith, the knowing that you are being called to something, but not knowing what. And just the knowing that you will never be prepared for this. And this might be the redirection we were talking about earlier. But just trusting that a new opportunity is coming. Oh, interesting. Okay. So for some of us, trusting that this leap of faith will find our feet on solid ground. So if it doesn't feel solid yet, trusting that by leaping, you are leaping into this energy of stability and of safety. Now let's get into breaking apart the day into the morning, the afternoon, and the evening. And the times may vary. What I didn't say up at the top of the reading is that even though we're doing this reading on a specific day, at a specific time, take this for where it resonates for you. Possibly use this episode to reflect, that RE prefix, reflect on the day that you've just had and see if any of this fits. So, for the morning time, we have the Lovers. And this is why I said it feels so big. Because we are seeing a lot of major energies coming up. Not only the major arcana, which in and of themselves are universal overarching archetypes, but we're seeing things like the 10s showing up, like the challenge card showing up. So this is awesome. So with this Lovers card, it could be talking about an actual romantic relationship, or even friendship, family relations. Take that how it resonates. But at its core, the Lovers are all about choice. Making choices that are aligned with the people and places and things you love. The things that you value most. And I say that too because another choice card is coming up, which is the Two of Swords. Or in this case, the Two of Bells. Now, the Two of Swords speaks of a rock and a hard place mentally. What you think of your situation, because our thoughts can oftentimes manifest into our real world. And we'll act based on what we think are our options right now. Again, what are our options? We're not seeing something right now because of the white noise. But it's asking us to move with love. Where are you being guided with joy and love today? Because I think that will open up, that'll displace a lot of this white noise, and we'll see what we missed before. We'll see this third path. Now, we're getting to the afternoon. And Like I said before, like I always say, cards like the Tower are nothing to be afraid of. Like everything in the tarot, it is an archetype. It is something universal enough to be understood by most people. By the imagery of this card, already your brain is telling itself a story of what this is. Traditionally, the Tower in tarot is built on a surface and a foundation that is not steady. It was not meant to last. Or something has been ready to be taken down. It's something that doesn't serve us anymore in a very real way. And that's really reflected in this World card. So we have a beginning and an ending here, and we have what I'll say is a catalyst. Because the longer you spend in this tower, the taller you build this tower, the harder the fall is going to be. Because something does have to end today. And it's being brought to its natural end right now. So again, trust that you're going to find yourself on solid ground at the end. Trust that you are moving to a foundation that is stable. So don't fear it. See it as a trust fall. You are this fool going through this fool's journey, and you are falling out of this tower, but you're not doing it alone. You're now having, again, a different perspective. Life looks a lot different from the ground than it does from the top of the tower. And it's really hard to lean into tower moments because our self-preservation says, no, absolutely do not do that. But leave some room to think, what if it works out? What if I end up in a better place than where I started? And I have faith, too, because in the late afternoon to evening, you have made it. You're fearless. And again, I might say king or queen of something, just know that these have no gender. Apply this as it comes. But we have the creator of candles. This is the queen of wands. She is fearless. She sees that fear, sure. But her confidence in herself is so much that she is creating her reality based on what she's passionate about, that suddenly those fears seem small and manageable, right? And again, we have a tower here. I'm hearing that you're bigger than this tower moment. I'm hearing not to be afraid of it. Don't worry about it. You're picking up the ball and you're running with it. You are creating an opportunity for yourself. And it's one that's based in love here. Because how we're showing up in this is the 10 of the 10 of cups. And this is all about emotional fulfillment. This is about an emotional cycle coming all the way. This is hard. This is joy after hardship. So you are landing in a safe space with people who love you in places that are safe. So I like this reading for you. And that's why I said it feels big, because it feels like a lot is being shaken up. I'm hearing the analogy of the river. The silt at the bottom is being shaken up as the river pushes you in a new direction. And it hasn't settled yet, but it will. It will absolutely settle. Let's come up here now to the advice, because we have the 2 of Pentacles. And this is all about a balancing act. I think you're holding too many things that aren't yours. Speaking from experience, if I have too many things in my hand that I'm carrying at the same time, one of those things is going to have to drop. And that's okay.